Welcome
to Leadcast. Let's go.
Intriguing.
Without delay.
Hello and welcome to episode 349 of the Leadcast podcast. I'm your host, Nick Deacon Cooper. Joining me, Aiden Frost Rockards.
Hey, I'm here and I'm good.
And Colton Blue Basket Sweat.
Hey, I'm here and not so good.
Oh, what's wrong, bud?
No, I was just memeing.
Oh.
I'm fine.
That's a good one, dude.
I fooled you.
We're a little skim on the news this week, so we're going to talk about something regarding LS.
Before, do you want to talk about how we had like an hour of news last show? I think that's important to brace how little news there is this week. If you want your news, go to last week's show.
Colton, this is part of the show where Nick runs down the show so that people know where
I don't care.
when stuff is happening.
Nope. We're skipping it this week.
Hey, and welcome to episode 349. Yeah, so we'll talk about more worlds, champion pool for Metakaiser, roundtable question, which I think, were you here last week, Aiden? I can't remember.
No, I was not.
So you'll be able to answer that one.
Yeah.
And then you're cooking up a spicy one for us.
I'll have it prepared in the next 20 minutes.
An awesome
Don't you worry.
sausage, if you will. We have a spicy cheese pick, a little bit of LCS news, and then we can talk about standings for Worlds, and then a couple emails along with another quiz. So, Aiden, you missed the last week's quiz, so you'll be able to participate in this one.
Oh.
How was your week, Aiden? 2 weeks.
Good. I'm now in reading week, so I can now grind League of Legends. I've already played between my two accounts that I'm playing on. I've played like 11 games already.
Today?
Some of them being from like starting last night, I guess.
Okay.
Like 8 of them are today.
Jeez.
And in Flex on my main account, Nick, I've played 8, and I'm up 9 points. So far, so good.
Yikes.
So far, so good, my friend. I had one game. This is kind of a side tangent. I just didn't understand. Like, have you ever gotten a game where you're just confused and you're like trying to like ask questions, but people think you're flaming them? So I had this duo, and they play like duo every game.
Mm-hmm.
And what I didn't understand, so everyone was kind of confused at the beginning of the game because our Alistar took Thunderlord, or after whatever it's called. What's it called?
Electrocute.
Electrocute, right? So we're like, oh, that's odd. And he didn't say anything, and he's duo with the Shaco. So I start losing top lane, our mid starts losing, our jungle starts losing, our bot lane's obviously losing because he's taking Electrocute on Alistar.
Mm-hmm.
And then he built Tiamat into Pickaxe into Vamp Scepter on Alistar.
What?
Ooh, is it the Ravenous Hydra Alistar main?
So I go, hey, Ali, why are you building that? And his duo goes, shut the fuck up, you're feeding just hard. And I'm like, no, I don't think he lost the game because of this build. I'm just curious why he built that. He's like, shut the fuck up, you're feeding. I'm like, I just want to know, like, why he took Electrocute and built Tiamat. like it's just so weird. Like, I just don't understand. And
there are better ways to do lots of damage with Alistar.
I didn't get an answer, dude, because I was flaming and I was feeding, so I wasn't allowed to ask questions. So.
You're toxic, dude.
Have you tried not feeding and asking questions?
I probably if I did better, they would have just said, "Shut the fuck up, you're bad." And then it's just weird. Like I wasn't even like flaming. I'm just like, "Hey, Ali, I don't think you're the reason we lost the game. I'm just wondering why you built Tiamat. Shut the fuck up, you're bad." I'm like, oh. Anyways, we lost that one. But other than that, I've been having fun. So
good. Hey, that's all that matters, right? No.
Yeah.
Rank matters.
No, I don't really care about ranked that much.
Oh yeah, because it's not your main account, right? Or was that?
That wasn't my main account. Don't worry. But that's Flex Q. So
Flex.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay, Flex. Cool.
I had a Plat 5 player, and I'm like, he's like Plat 5 autofilled AD carry. I'm like, oh no, I got an autofilled Plat AD carry when he like died 4 times in lane or something, and he's like, shut the fuck up, you're in the same ELO as me. I'm like, you're Plat 5 in Flex Q, and I'm Diamond 2 in Flex Q. It's not like I purposely queued up with you. You know what I mean? It's just the queue's broken. But oh well, I had fun.
Yikes. Cool. Anything outside of League? And Reading Week, I guess?
No, the only other League thing was, Nick, another one of my games, I played against a Scion main, And you know how many Scion games he had?
790.
1,400.
Wow.
He's the number one Scion on NA, and I think he's number 3 in the world.
Oof.
Imagine
how'd that
loving
go?
a character so much.
I counterpicked myself. I want to try Poppy into him, but that's not a very good matchup. I think the only good matchup into Scion is Darius. I think that's his only counter.
Yeah, because he just pulls him out of his queue, right?
Yeah, you pull him out of his queue, then you own him. Yeah, I think it's like
I guess-
Darius has a 70% kill rate in that lane or something.
Oh,
it's
damn.
like wild.
Hmm.
Yeah. So,
Crazy.
what about you, Colton?
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of ranked, trying to get that end of season climb up. I feel like I've been playing really well. I think since I hit D3, I think I'm like +4 games. So like I've been kind of like tracking my match history. I got into D3, started winning a bunch, and like am +4 games, but still at 0 points.
Ooh.
So it's been a little bit turbulent and frustrating. The biggest annoyance for me so far has been like every time I get one game from series, and it's been like 6 times, like it's always a troll or an AFK. Like it's been I think an AFK twice and like an inting person just 4 times, where it's like, oh, this person's got a 72% win rate on their character in ranked, like they should be good. They go mid and they go like 0-7, and you're just like, awesome, great, this had to happen now. So we're just trying to get into series to D2. I just got demoted earlier today, but I'm back into D3, so I get to start over from 0 points.
You're so resilient. That's like the best word to describe you. You just don't give up.
I just don't give a fuck. And like honestly, it's mainly when I don't feel like it was my fault that we lost. Like not to say that I'm playing perfectly or outstanding in all of these games, but like if I don't think I'm the primary reason we lost, then I don't really care that much.
Okay.
You know, like, hey, maybe I didn't solo kill my lane, but I also didn't go 0-4. That's fine.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so I've been playing a whole bunch of ranked. Been playing mostly support since I've been doing with some 80 carries. I have also been kind of playing a little bit of mid, but not so much. But yeah, Pyke's really strong. Alistar's really strong. I've been having a good time playing Pyke because I get to just kill everybody on support. Other than that, not too much going on. I guess I'm going to a concert with Alex tomorrow night, so that'll be fun.
A Joyce Manor concert.
Yeah. Haven't really been playing a lot of PUBG since I've been playing so much League, so
I wish you'd
Yeah, I
play
think
more
that's-
with me.
that's my week, I think. Nick, what have you been up to?
Ooh, so I started another class in my semester. This is my 3rd of 4. And this is intermediate accounting. So it's kind of like, I think it's been described as kind of the weed out class, where, you know, it really starts to become more specialized towards accounting versus kind of the intro to business side of it. So it's been a little interesting. We're going really quickly, and I'm pretty sure the teacher just doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, what are you working on?
Right now we're working on like financial statements, particularly
yeah.
like adjusted ones.
Yeah, you adjusting that trial balance at the end of the statement period?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Adjusted balance sheets, like stuff like that. It's a little frustrating, but I was never good at like financial accounting. I really like the kind of like managerial aspect of it, or
Okay.
the choice one. Like, hey, we have a choice of what we should do with these assets. Like, let's find the best return on an investment and like go with that option.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, or to find if like an investment is worth it, like that sort of thing.
Yeah, because financial accounting is like the class I'm taking right now.
Yeah, financial, I think it's best described as like you're kind of summing up what you've done already, and managerial is like, hey, what do we want to do in the future? And like your decision making and stuff like that.
You're running the numbers, crunching them together, and putting out like a report in financial accounting. Managerial is like, all right, what can we do with our numbers to make choices?
Yeah. It's like,
Run the
hey, we have
business
this much money. Let's find something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I enjoy. So this has been a trial of patience so far. Just had 4 classes, like 4 days of full work and classes in a row. So I am happy to have a night off and a couple days off from work. So I'm pretty excited about that at the moment. And as for League, I don't know if this was this week or last week, but I think it was last week. I played a bunch of ranked, dropped down to 0 LP. Turns out, as my, I guess, lack of luck would have it, I played my last game 29 days away from the end of the season, as opposed to 28, which is the decay period. So I would have decayed. I had to play one more game, and I think Quinn's okay. So Aiden, I think you're a little more knowledgeable about ranked, but Quinn was
Not as toxic.
Quinn was indicating. No, I think just like how it works.
Okay.
Like no, not like that. I'm not trying to flame him, but he seemed to feel like I wouldn't be demoted, and I thought for sure I would be.
How many games have you lost at 0?
I think I had lost 1.
No, you're not.
But I was on like a 5 or 6 game loss streak.
Yeah, you're not going to get demoted. As someone who's been demoted from D5 many a time, not that many a time, but so it'll normally give you an indicator saying, "Hey, you're getting close to dropping division." So you'll get like a little red exclamation mark next to your D5 0 LP, be like, "Hey, you need to win more games. You're going to get demoted." I think I had to lose like 6 games in a row at 0 LP to actually get demoted.
How high was your MMR though? My MMR was plat 2.
It was like I think it was about D5 0 LP. Like that was, I don't know.
I mean like your MMR, like, because if it's D5 0 LP, you're not going to get demoted.
Nick was playing with plat players in his games every game.
I don't think you'll get demoted after a second loss, but like I don't know.
I'm saying I think I would have.
It's way more lenient in like the 5 division, like D5, plat 5. Like if you like lose, if you get as soon as you like get out of the like your barrier, like you have a 3-game barrier in every division when you get in. As soon as you get out of that and like high, like diamond, high plat, high gold, whatever, they just drop you. They just don't give a fuck, dude.
I don't know. I think you need to lose at least like 3 in a row at 0 OP normally to be able to drop from a 5th division down to the next tier.
That's what I thought, but I feel like I've had an experience of that not happening. But
I mean, again, I think that's only at like the 5th. So like if you were D4 0 LP and you lost like 1 game, yeah, you'd probably get demoted. We're like that's how it is basically right now. We're pretty much regardless of your MMR, if you lose a game at 0 LP and Diamond, you're gonna get demoted. But at when you're in the 5th division, you know, between Platinum and Diamond or between Gold and Platinum, you have a much bigger barrier to actually get kicked out.
Well, fair enough. It doesn't matter because I ended up winning the game that I needed to. So now I'm in the perfect spot where I don't care if I lose because I've already secured D5 once more. I'm the fucking gatekeeper, dude.
Yeah,
I have to play games.
If you're on my team, you're on my team. Back to plat with you. That's all I'm saying. And now I get to play league games and either go for a higher rank if I'm winning, and then just stop playing and go do other things if I'm losing. Sweet. So I guess let's get into the news then. That's all I have.
So, I guess the first thing is All-Star voting. You can now vote for the All-Stars thing. People are kind of pissed about that because you can only vote for 2 people from each region because they're making it into like a streamer event as well. So there's going to be like 2 people from NA, 2 from EU, 2 from every region, then like 2 streamers, I believe, from each region. I think it's what they're doing. And
you know, I like that. I like that.
I don't think it's that bad of a thing, honestly. Like some people are really annoyed about it, but
I mean, it seems like they're just trying to innovate and try different things. I think having streamer personalities is such a good way to integrate a larger audience, like, into watching these things. Because no one's gonna watch because Afromu's the support, right?
Well, so the best format they've still done, in my opinion, which I kind of do agree with Reddit on this one, is the one where they had all the, like, you voted 5 people from each region, but they only played, like, fun games and shit, like Tandem and stuff like that, Earth, like, all that stuff, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was probably the best format, because it was, like, an event with the people that you want to, like, see there, like, pros, but not, like, a competitive event that means anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I would like to see more like pro interactions with streamers, though. I suppose. Like,
No, I think it's good. Yeah.
The show match they had with the ones that are standing out, I guess, is just T1 and Cutie Pie, like along with like Yasuo. Like
Yeah.
that was fun to watch. But
I agree. I think
hey,
it's like a
Reddit,
good direction.
So you gotta hate something, right?
Yeah, I mean, who knows? It might be really good. It might be kind of boring. We'll
I think
see.
they should make it super ridiculous stuff going on, like people are trading out champions halfway through the game, like Cutie Pie's playing AD carry, and then like halfway through Tyler one just comes and like pulls his chair away and takes over.
Well, that would be a really like fun way to integrate. I think like Twitch chat is like you have these two options, sort of like Aiden. I don't know if you remember, but the 120 star run they like Funhouse did.
Don't remember, no.
For Super Mario 64.
Didn't know they did that.
James. Yeah, it's like and they just had ridiculous things like like if the whoever the fans vote on have to like do a lap around the building and then come back.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah,
and play.
yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah. Like that was super fun and it's like super not serious. I think that would be a really good way to integrate like Twitch chat too. Like, hey,
Definitely.
sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I definitely think you make it a fun event though, like no matter what.
Yeah,
Don't
for
make it
sure.
a fucking serious event.
Why? Like, it doesn't make sense to have a serious event right after the most serious event, like of the year.
Yeah.
You know, that should be the end of the year. You start off, you come to spring, and then like, hey, that's
Just have a good time.
yeah. You're not trying to one up your worlds every single year. But hey, what do I know?
Yeah, China won Worlds, but Korea won All Stars, dude. So
Yeah.
yeah. And the
I-
other.
sorry,
go
go ahead.
No, it's all you, buddy. It's all you. You're
I was gonna say, speaking of Reddit, do you guys want to bring up the? Well, I know Aiden saw it. The disappreciation thread.
I mean, I don't really care. Like that got removed, but it just.
I
Was
Did it
saw that
finally?
it existed, but I didn't really look at it. What was it?
It was okay. So we'll talk about this. Well, let's talk about it in the world section. Maybe that's a little more appropriate
Sure.
as opposed to the news.
Sure,
Sorry,
yeah,
go
okay.
ahead, Aiden.
The only other thing that is kind of related, which I don't see anyone talking about like anywhere, is account issues with Korea. So in Korea, you have to be a Korean citizen, have a job in Korea, or have a Riot approved account to play in Korea. Right? You get a Riot approved account from being on a team in any like manner, or by. I think they had a program for if you were like top something challenger, you could like apply for an account in Korea if you wanted to boot camp there or something for like a while. So someone like LS who was on Tempo Storm in the NACS, the Challenger series, that was fine. Even though he's played since season 4 in Korea, they decided that now that Tempo Storm's not a team anymore, he can't play in Korea. So he hasn't been able to play in Korea for 2 months because he's not he's not on an NALCS team or like any team, and he is not he doesn't work in Korea. He doesn't have like a job or like anything through Korea, right? He doesn't have like the social security number in Korea.
Uh-huh.
So he can't play League or like the game that he's produced content for 7 years or 6 years or whatever it is, right? The game that he went to Worlds and casted for, the game that he casted OGN for 2 seasons for, the game that he's a partner for, you know what I mean?
That's pretty lame.
They won't let him have an account.
How does
In Korea.
It's
How
pretty
does Riot
ridiculous.
NA not like
it's-
aggressively suggest?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's definitely like a Riot Korea thing, you know what I mean? For
Yeah.
sure. And like he went through all these things, like he had Honor 5 on his account, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's like not like he's like a shithead either, right?
Mm-hmm.
The crazy thing to me is that he literally casted to Worlds, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
he can't have it. So it's just this weird thing where I don't know what Riot Korea is doing. Like, that's insanity to me. That wouldn't just be a solved issue. Like, he's tried everything too. Like, he's gone to banks. He's now looking into a lawyer sort of thing. Like,
this just seems like such a good PR move. Like, hey, LSI, like you don't qualify for the circumstances for an account like to play. However, like, we think you're like a positive influence in the community. You bring a lot of people in. You have insightful analysis. You've provided services for us in the past. Like, hey, we'll let this one slide.
yeah, it's just like a weird dynamic where like he's almost trying to game the system now because like there's no way that they'll just let him have an account. Like, I think his current methods are he DM'd Hotshot and he's just trying to like get them to say that he's like a player recruitment guy for CLG or something. You know what I mean? Just some bullshit role.
Yeah.
He's thinking about well, he's obviously contacting a lawyer right now, like try to see if they can give him like somehow get him in the Korean system, you know what I mean, to be a citizen, I guess. And his other option is see if programs like the NA Challenger thing are available. So he'll fly to NA, get Challenger, and then request an account in Korea.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, so it's so messed up, dude.
Is Riot Korea separate from Tencent?
Yes, they are.
Oh, they are? Fuck. I was going to say, like, apply or speak with someone in Riot NA, appeal to Tencent. Tencent is probably more than happy to exercise their authority.
Like, they've had, like, a lot of... Riot Korea is, like, weird. Like, they had the whole Cowsep thing, right? Like, a couple of months ago. I'm not sure if you remember that. Where they obviously only banned his accounts because he was, like, speaking up against them, you know what I mean? More than, like, him doing anything else, because they banned the wrong accounts when the stuff that they said he was doing. Like, he was account sharing, but they perma-banned his accounts that he wasn't account sharing on, and only temporarily banned the accounts, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like they just have, like, a kind of like a stick up their ass about something, and it's kind of odd, I guess.
Yeah. It is strange. Hopefully they could sort it out.
Yeah, it's just a whole like weird dynamic, I guess. So I just thought that was like a really odd thing that should be solved, just especially for someone who like has created content for the game, has literally been employed by Riot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
Can we add an extra category of allowed to play League of Legends? Former Riot employees.
Like, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just so odd, I guess.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Actually, I'm surprised there just hasn't been an org that is willing to step up and like give him a job title that doesn't pay anything. Like, this seems like such a good PR move, right?
The main problem is he's still under Tempo Storm. He is a streamer on Tempo Storm. So.
Oh, so you'd have to like sever ties with Tempo Storm.
Yeah, it's
maybe.
like yeah.
Maybe you could do like freelance work for, I don't know.
It's just like it shouldn't be a problem is the main thing, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he's living like I'd pay like I don't know, like $10,000 for an account just because I think it's actually like a positive investment for me, because like this is what I do to create content. This is my job. I don't know. I just thought it was like an interesting thing that I see no one talking about. It's just like how weird that whole Riot Korea thing is, I guess. How like anal they are about. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Let's talk about Metakaiser. Or actually, should we do Metakaiser? Maybe we should do like world standings first.
Yeah, I mean either way I want to talk about like the picks and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, let's do world standings first, so that way we can kind of talk about the teams that
I
are
see what
there,
you're saying.
And then go into like some of their picks.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, so I think the way we were doing it was, I think now we're talking about the first half of groups, I think is where we're at.
Yeah, we
actually,
played...
no, let's
we
just
can
talk about the end of
groups.
groups. Yeah. Yeah. We'll talk about the
main
end
problem
of
was
groups
the
now.
fact that like groups are going on as you guys are recording. Like that was the main.
So now that,
Which they finished a couple days ago, so sorry if you get spoiled, but hey, elimination bracket starts tonight.
Wait, I mean, we can include like a timestamp or something. If that
No, we
isn't
can't.
too much.
Um,
Okay. Skip to like 10 or 15 minutes down.
Who are the teams that got out of groups, Nick?
Hey, in Group A, it was. Let me make sure I'm not getting this wrong. It was Africa and G2, right? Yeah, Africa and G2, 1 and 2 seed, right?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Group B. Let me make sure I get my groups right. Sorry. Group B was RNG and Cloud9. Yeah?
Yes.
No. Wait, but they're on the same. Oh, they're not on the same side. Okay, hang on. Let me pull up the bracket. This is ridiculous.
Holy shit. Want me to do it, Nick? I can do it.
Sure.
Okay, so Group A, the teams that we had get out were Africa in first seed, which we were surprised about, and then G2 as second seed. Group B, the first seed we had was RNG, and second seed we had was Cloud9. Group C, first seed we had KT, and second we had Edward Gaming, and then Group D we had Fnatic, followed by Invictus.
So, do we remember what our predictions were?
I think that we were so let's just Group A. We all assumed that Africa was going to get out, and then we were
And
like
Flash
50-50.
Wolves, right?
We were 50-50 on Flash Wolves G2. Like it was dependent.
Yeah, I had Flash Wolves, but
yeah, because
think I
LMS
did
is super
Titan.
shaky. Group B, we all knew RNG was going to get out. I think all of us thought Gen G was going to get out. No, I think we thought Cloud9 was better than Vitality though, but we definitely thought Gen G and RNG were going to get out, which we were wrong about that because Gen G shit the bed.
yeah, they did.
Group C, we all knew KT and Edward were gonna get out. Some of us we thought there was a potential that could maybe get out, but it was like super small shot, I think. And then Group D, we all thought Invictus was gonna get out, and we're all pretty sure that Fnatic was gonna get out. We didn't expect Fnatic to take first seed, but we definitely expected those two to get out.
Yeah. So I actually found the bracket we made. The bracket we made. So
The shitty paint thing. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I wrote it down, and I am looking at it now. So, yeah, I think you're right on those. And then we had Africa versus. Yeah, our top 8 was Africa, Fnatic, RNG, Team Liquid, Gen G, KT, and IAG Flash Wolves.
So yeah, we just
mostly right.
We also, at that point when we did that, we also didn't know where the teams were even going to be seated.
Yeah.
Because Edward and G2 could have got switched, right? I think. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what we assumed because we thought Liquid would have beaten G2, but I don't think we would have assumed that Liquid was going to beat Edward.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. So,
Yeah.
going into the knockout stage, though, we have KT versus Invictus, which starts tonight, I believe. No, it's not tonight. That's not tonight. That's tomorrow night, I believe, actually. Wait, is that tonight? Oh, it is tonight.
No.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
yes.
it is tonight.
So it's-
KT and
We have
Invictus.
the top half of the bracket tonight, actually.
Yeah, so it's KT Invictus tonight at 12 EST, and then it's RNG G2 at 4 EST, which is fun. And then the other side of the bracket is Africa Cloud9 and Fnatic Edward,
So
which I think is a super cool bracket.
Yeah, I like a lot of these matchups actually.
I'd prefer if KT and RNG were on different sides of the bracket because I feel like that'd be a better final than semifinal.
Yep.
But I mean, it creates a potential for more hype. If Cloud9 and
does,
Fnatic
yeah.
get out of their first set, Nick, it's better. It's 100% better, right?
It's better for viewership. I don't know if it's better for like healthy League of Legends, I guess. I don't know. I'm convinced Fnatic is actually like a good team. I don't know if they're top 8 like in the world, but it's hard to argue against them at the moment.
They're the best Western team we've ever seen.
Yes, I think that's accurate. But I still don't have a lot of faith in them.
So do we want to go through our predictions for these 4 matches then?
Yeah, I was trying to find a pen so I could keep track of it, but oh well.
You could just look at your pick'ems bracket.
Well, my pick'ems are probably going to be different than what we agree on, like as a show.
So, KT Invictus.
KT. 3-0.
KT 3-1.
KT 3-0.
So we have KT moving on.
RNG G2.
RNG 3-0. RNG 3-1.
RNG 3-0.
RNG 3-0, probably, yeah.
Here's
I'm gonna
my
say
prediction, Nick. Sorry, I want to hear yours first. Go.
Okay, mine is they're going to leave Hjarnen's Heimer up once, they're going to lose, and then they're just going to win.
So here's my prediction, Nick. They're going to leave Hjarnen's Heimer up once. They're going to beat it, and then they're going to continue to 3-0.
Okay, fair enough. This
a
is probably the least like hype matchup.
No, yeah, I completely agree. It's like not close.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Afrika Cloud9.
I'm gonna get hate, but Afrika 3-2.
Afrika 3-1.
Afrika 3-1.
I'm shocked you guys agreed with me on that one.
I mean, they're a fucking Korean team in best of fives, dude. Like, what the... You know, if they shit the bed second week, dude, sure. But they 3-0'd their second week.
They did 3-0 the second week.
Yeah, I think Cloud9 has a chance. How about that? Is that fair? Like, I think they have a chance to win that. It's a small chance, like maybe 20%, but I think they have a chance.
So it's weird. I feel like they have less of a chance. However, Afrika has a chance of just not showing up. Like I think it's like Afrika's series to lose, but Cloud9 will definitely be there if they decide to throw the series away, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I agree with that. Like, Cloud9's going to show up at Cloud9's level, and it just all depends on what Afrika team shows up.
If we see first week Afrika, Cloud9's going to win. If we see second week Afrika, Cloud9's going to lose.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like Cloud9 is not as cheesy as like G2 was to get their win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we'll see. I really hope Cloud9 wins. I think a Western semifinal would be fucking wild.
No, that'd be sick. That'd be sick. It's never happened before, right?
Yeah. What about Fnatic versus Edward?
Putting those fucking wheels on the hype train. Fnatic, let's go.
Yeah. I mean, if Fnatic can beat RNG, like, multiple games, if they can beat, I guess that's the only hard team they really had. No, did they play? Wait, who's the group?
Didn't.
Who am I?
They were in a group
they smashed
with,
Invictus twice. That's what I meant to say. If they beat Invictus twice, dude, I think they can beat Edward. I think, like, the Chinese teams ranking-wise goes, like, Royal, Invictus, Edward. So.
Really?
Pretty
I thought,
easily.
I thought Edward was, like, on the upswing, I guess.
I think Rookie's the best player at the tournament, though.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, I just think that Fnatic. I don't think Fnatic's gonna lose that. I think they have a chance to lose it, but I think they're like favored, like 70-30.
I think they're favored as well. I think it's really, really close. This is like a 60-40 matchup in my head.
I think it's a 3-2.
I think it's a 3-0.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go. You think it's gonna go 3-0?
3-0 or 3-1. Probably 3-0.
Wow. I think it'll be 3. Actually, Fnatic usually like lose really hard or win really hard, right? In best of series.
I don't know. They haven't played really any, I guess, with this lineup, other than
Like playoffs.
EU LCS finals, which they just smashed everyone because EU sucks right now, other than Fnatic.
I'll go 3-2 Fnatic. I think that's what I have in my pick'ems.
Cool.
I'm kind of cheering against Fnatic, though. I'll be honest.
Do we want to like just leave it at that, then come back to it, or?
No, let's keep going.
Okay, so then we have KT versus RNG, which is should be the final matchup, but that's our semifinals.
These are the two best teams in the world, I think. Yeah. It's a shame. It should be criminal that they're on the same side of the bracket.
I want KT to win.
I want RNG to win.
I
KT's
think
gonna win though.
Colton, the problem with KT is they're KT and they fucking boom under pressure, if you know what I'm saying.
They boom. Your mom
they boom, dude. Your mom boom.
I think this is the highest pressure match that they will like have this year, honestly.
And they're not good under pressure.
And like historically, I feel like RNG has been pretty like maybe not average, but slightly above average in best of series.
Yeah. RG's definitely the favorite going into it, I think, like matchup wise, but
I think they've just been playing extremely well, like at this tournament as a whole. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do KT's going to take their chance to deny RNG being part of the finals? Because they're finally here.
Well, you just jerk off Korea, Colton. So.
Yeah. What do you mean? Are you saying it's not a smart decision to put 2 Korean teams in the finals of the bracket every year?
No, it's not. It's
weird.
not.
It's been like that for the past 4 years.
But I feel like I got lumped into the Gen G hype train, and now look where we are.
Hey,
First team out.
They did play really badly. They did.
Yeah.
It was surprising.
Who knew that Group B would be the group of death for Gen G?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think RNG is going to win 3-1, but I think as a podcast, I'm in the minority. Right?
Blake-
Ian and I are both putting KT through.
Yeah. Blake just said in our chat, he said, Korea's only ever lost 1 knockout in the whole of Worlds. Guess what? Korea's never fucking been knocked out in groups either, though.
That's true. Yeah.
So.
Have you ever had 3 Western teams get to to quarters as well? This is kind of a world or a first of worlds, you know?
You're the origin.
There are more Western teams in best of 8 than there are Korean teams.
Is there? Oh, yeah, there
the
is.
West is caught up.
Yeah, dude.
The gap is closed.
Except every single Chinese team is there.
Yeah. China's number 1, dude. What about bottom bracket? Afrika. We're assuming it's going to be Afrika versus Fnatic.
I think if Afrika beats Cloud9, they're going to beat Fnatic.
I think
I'm putting Afrika through. I think if Fnatic beats Afrika, I think Fnatic wins.
Hell no. Are you
I think if
kidding
Fnatic
me?
gets past Afrika, like if they're good enough to beat Afrika, if Afrika
Are
shows
you
up and they're good enough to
joking
beat them,
me?
I'm putting them through to World Finals.
This is the weakest quarterfinals side I think in the history of Worlds.
Okay, just shut up, dude. The fucking one where H2K played against Albus Nox.
But there were
and
two-
then-
Albus Nox.
Yeah.
No, that was their easy matchup, right?
What was the other one? It was Albus Nox and something else, right?
Well, then they lost that one, right? Because they made it to top 4.
Okay, right. H2K Worlds. Who'd they like?
That
It
was 2016, I think.
I watched H2K versus Albus Nox live, like at the thing. That was fun.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah, it was.
But like,
Would you prefer any other matchup though?
yes, but I still had a really good time.
Good. I'm glad you did.
but look, okay. So if we're talking like week 1 Afrika, right? Fnatic gets a pass until the finals, like period.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're better than KT or RNG. Like they may be the 3rd best team in.
It's not
Like-
if they're better, Nick. Just if they can win 3 games.
Yeah, so that's I don't think that they're better, but I think that with Fnatic playoff magic, if they make it to the World Finals, I think they're gonna win.
I seriously
If they
disagree.
make it, I don't think they're gonna make it, but if they do, I think they win it.
Nick, you just hate the West. You're a Korea boo
No, I just
Yeah.
don't want to buy into a fantasy.
or China boo.
But
as
you're a
they
CLG fan.
Yeah, but I'm not picking them for fucking winning worlds every single year. My goal is that they're not the fucking bottom half of the LCS. Gotta start small and realistic.
Realistically, though, I think that Afrika beats Fnatic.
call.
But if Fnatic wins, they're gonna take the tournament.
Yeah, I think Fnatic can win that matchup though. I definitely think I'm gonna go with Afrika. You know what I mean? But I put them in my fantasy bracket because I'd rather like be the one to pick Fnatic to win. You know what I mean? But
I mean, like, okay, so Fnatic looked like a good team, right? But the only competition they had was against Invictus. Like they got I don't know who's worse, G-Rex or Mad, or even 100 Thieves for that matter.
100 Thieves is the worst team at the
Like,
tournament.
I don't know, dude. I think people are hyped for good reason, but I am very wary for Western teams after they've gotten through. Oh no, they bullied 100 Thieves and G-Rex to get out of groups.
Okay, they also bullied Invictus. Let's be real, Nick. They finished 6-1.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but who was their last two? Was it to Invictus?
Yeah, they went 1-1, then beat them in a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so I mean,
2-1
so they have.
them.
I wouldn't say that's bullying, though.
No, but what I'm trying to say is you act
But-
like they didn't beat Invictus. They like
Two
straight
of
up
They
beat
did beat
three-
Invictus. They did
2
beat
of 3
Invictus.
is enough
Sure.
to get through, and 3 of 5 is enough to get through.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, but we're not talking about like. I don't think we should be talking about can this team win 3 games, because sure, any team can win 3 games.
No, I don't know. I don't think 100 Thieves can win 3 games.
It's like, sure, they can cheese out some shit for 3 games, but are they the better team? No.
You put 100 Thieves against KT in a best of 97. Do they win 3 games?
In a best of 97, yeah, I think they'll pick up 3 games.
No.
Do I think they'll ever pick up?
Yeah, the answer is
3?
no, Colton.
No, I think in 97 games they might win 3 of those.
Disagree. Disagree.
Wait, is Ricard playing or Cody's son?
Cody's son is Cody Dunn, dude.
Okay.
I can't wait for the Cody Dunzo manifesto.
Did you guys see the Twitch clip though, where like it's the who are they playing? I forget who they're playing. Invictus, right? I think, and it's like shows both like the locker rooms. Invictus, everyone like sitting around like a huddle, like talking like strategy, and it goes to the 100 Thieves room, and every single person's just on their phone in the corner.
Yeah, I think that may be a case of like poor timing. It
I don't
doesn't
know. I
look
feel
good
like they
for
just
sure.
hate each other, dude.
Yeah, maybe. I guess now's a good time to talk about that Reddit thread if you guys want.
Yeah,
The
good call.
disappreciation thread.
Sure.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
dude.
okay, so wait, we're assuming Afrika gets through, then are we assuming KT beats Afrika for the finals? I think that's probably a general call.
What if I said I think
well-
RNG beats Afrika, but I think KT beats Afrika. Whoever
Whoa,
makes it on the left
shocking.
side.
The two best teams.
Well,
Yeah.
I
Two
don't
best
think Afrika
teams beat
beats any of
anyone
them
else.
though. Right side bracket doesn't win against anyone. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. The right side of the bracket is just shit, dude. Not shit. They're just like worse.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
Fnatic's gonna win this tournament. I'm gonna look like a fucking fool.
only if they make it past the freaks.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Got our boy Keen. What about the disappreciation thread?
Yeah, what about it?
All right, so I was browsing Reddit, right, as I do sometimes, and I came across a thread titled "100 Thieves Disappreciation Thread," and I was intrigued because appreciation threads are fucking lame, right?
They're fucking stupid. They're
They're fucking
karma
lame
bait,
and cringy.
dude.
And then I was like, oh, maybe I'm not sure what happened with the 100 Thieves because it happened like while I was sleeping, I guess the last day. And I click on this, and this is just like the most disappointed that I've ever been in Reddit. It's just people shitting on 100 Thieves, like as an organization, every player that wasn't named someday, and a little bit of Onda, and it's just like, Jesus, dude, it was disgusting. I don't know if you guys like took a look at the comments and stuff like that, but they
I
were
didn't
all
really
just
look
like,
at it.
how dare this organization not play Cody's son? How dare this organization not give us an answer? It's like, hey, like, who knows what happened beyond, like, after the scene? It's like 6 hours after the games happened. I don't know. Give them a chance to sort things out and then let it come to fruition, right?
I'm not gonna play devil's advocate. I'll play devil's like kind of sidekick.
Devil's
uncle.
homie.
Yeah, devil's homie, if you will. Okay, because I don't know if I can defend that in any like way. But I do think they should have given some sort of update at some point, sometime. You know what I mean?
Sure. And I think.
Okay, their
probably as
update was
quoted
Nade.
as-
Fucking Nade Shot's update was, yeah, people are upset with us, but I think we did a lot for being a new team for 9 months. That's not a problem.
I'm not saying Nade Shop handled that well, and I understand the frustration toward him. But I think a lot of the hatred stems from Cody Sun not playing and Riccara playing like in his stead, right? That's probably like 60% of the hate towards 100 Thieves at the moment. But Prolly's been quoted as saying like, "Hey, we think Riccara like plays the champions we want to play with better than Cody-san.
That's a really good lie, but you have to go with it.
Sure, sure. But that's what they said, you know?
Yeah, they're not gonna say, yeah, Cody-san, he's a fucking nutcase.
Yeah,
you know,
but it's like it's a lose-lose for 100 Thieves, because then they say like, hey, we're going with this because of differences, right?
Yeah.
And then the fans are just like, wait, what the fuck? It's Worlds. Why would you make roster changes at Worlds? Like, dude, I don't know. I feel like there is not an organization in the world who is going to Worlds and not going to be trying their hardest.
So
you know?
can I at least set the story up from like everyone else's perspective? Like,
yeah, sure, yeah. I guess. Yeah.
The main thing people are mad about is that Team Liquid Seed 1, they won Summer Split, right? Cloud9 won Gauntlet, so they're Seed 3. 100 Thieves got by on points despite losing 2 series in Gauntlet, right? In playoffs in Gauntlet, they lost 2 best of 5s. They just lost them both, right? But they won because they still won by points. The main problem is that they got 70 of those points from Spring Split, where they had a different jungler, a different AD carry, and even like they had some games where they ran who'd they run instead of Ryu? I can't really think of his name. Either way, no, they were running a different top laner. They were trying to run Levi for a couple games, right? So they they had this whole mess, right? They had this whole disaster where literally they got 70 of the points running 2 different players like 100% of the time, and then they had some other shit they were fucking around with, right? One of those players is Cody-san, the other one being Meteos, which they kind of ditched and left a sour taste in everyone else's mouth, which I think is completely fine by them because Meteos wanted a fucking trade. Meteos went to Prolly or Nadeshot and said, hey, I want to explore other options. So they just traded, right? Which I think is fair. That you fucking, if you want to explore other options, that means you're not committed to the team, right? Like, anyways. So the main problem is they got through with playing like shit in Summer and then losing 2 best of 5s, right? And now they're running a different roster that didn't earn the points at Worlds, right? And without any explanation is the main problem, right? So you have someone like Cody-san who people were like, he played all right, I guess. Like, he's like fine player. I don't see any problems. Why isn't he playing? And there's no answer, like, for 3 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I suppose. But at the same time, I think it would make 100 Thieves look bad if they came out with, like, talking shit about Cody-san, you know? I think their response of, like, hey, we think Rikara plays the champions. Like, I think his champion pool is better, like, for us, right? And even if that's a lie, you stick with that, you know? Like, that's what you have to believe until something else comes out. You can't.
Yeah, and I think that painting it in a positive light is definitely better. Being like, well, yeah, we thought Cody-san wasn't really good. You know, you don't say that.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, then you put out to Riot into potential players that this is an organization that will hang you out to dry. Like, this isn't a professional organization. It's just dudes talking shit when things don't go their way, right?
Yeah, I think the main thing is that people are speculating themselves because there's no response, right? So, like, people will think that, oh, him and Aframo don't get along. Oh, him and Prolly don't get along. Oh, him and Nadeshot don't get along. Loco suggested that, because Loco obviously was the coach for Golden Guardians for a while. He's the last player picked up, by the way, in the NALCS. Out of the 52 players that were picked up in NALCS this season, he was at number 52.
Cody-san was?
Cody-san.
Mm-hmm.
And Golden Guardians, when Loco was on it, was saying that they were looking into him, but he has like crazy like mental boom, like in like high pressure situations, right? Like super bad under pressure. So that was his like suggestion. But like no matter what the reason is, the problem is that you're allowing these people to speculate, right?
Yeah, I suppose. But I think like. And I think part of the reason I understand fans being upset. Like, I think if this happened with CLG, I don't think I would have the same response, but I'd be curious and definitely want to know like what the cause was, right? But I think starting a disappreciation thread is not the way to do it. You can make a thread that's like, hey, I'm a 100 Thieves fan and I just want to know what happened. Like, I'm frustrated. I don't appreciate the way that the team handled the situation, the organization handled the situation. Like, as a fan, I want to know what's up. But you can't just come out and be like, hey, we hate... Because it was a hate thread. Like, hey, we hate 100 Thieves right now. But it's definitely not the best way to handle it, I think.
I don't think anyone's disagreeing with that.
So, and I don't know. Even if it was deleted, it took them like 20 hours to delete it. It made the front page of the subreddit. It got gilded like 5 times. It had close to 15,000 upvotes. It just disappointing, you know? That subreddit just continues to sink lower and lower.
It's because it's a big, populous place. Anything that has a big community is usually not positive, I would argue.
Probably, yeah. Maybe it's just the vocal minority, you know? Ruining everything for us.
Anyways.
Cool. Let's jump into Roundtable, I suppose.
Yeah, so last week's question was, what champion lock-in do you see and get instantly triggered? I was gonna have an answer.
That?
I don't know if I have an answer to that. I never get mad, Nick.
We broke it. We broke it down into like you hate to see it on your team and you hate to play, like to see in your lane, like against you.
It's mainly just brain dead characters, I guess, right? Like one of the most annoying things in my opinion is I'm playing Flex where like you can play against silver players. You know what I mean? And their silver player picks like Scion or something, and I'm like, well, he's gonna play at my level now. Like, yeah. Like other than that, though, I don't really care that much. I mean, I hate seeing dumb shit on my team, like usually, but I had a Pyke jungle yesterday. He actually carried super hard, but I was tilted in champion select. You know what I mean? He locks in Pyke, goes jungle, which is not a good role in my opinion for Pyke. I click op.gg, has a 29% win rate on the character or something over like 14 games. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be a disaster. And then he hard carried the game. But
wow.
Yeah, it was just like, that was like, you can't let yourself get tilted from lock-ins, I don't think. Or else it's bad.
That's fair.
Yeah. So from our Facebook, Josh said Tom Kench and Lulu because they're the bane of my League of Legends career and because they ruin my talent combo and because I suck with them, so I can't even join their brokenness. Jason said Akali, if the enemy knows what they're doing, I will die under my turret for the entirety of laning phase, and I can't do anything about it. Balance. Yeah, dude, true stealth is balance. Stupid fucking mechanic. Tom said Nasus, especially Nasus with Dark Harvest and Gathering Storm. That really gets me going. This guy is just living in a fantasy world trying to relive his practice tool time where he got 1,500 stacks, and we're trapped in there with him. Joseph said Teemo and Yasuo hand down on my team or the enemy. I agree with that one. Astrals said Mouse, fuck that champion. Makes me not want to gank mid, but if I don't, my team just hard runs it down. Yeah, I just like any of those like super easy to play characters are pretty tilting. Gearbox Dragoon said Eve got 0% win rate against her in solo queue. No one seems to remember she's in the game until it's too late. Yeah, I've never seen an Eve not get fed, I think, in solo queue. Michael May said Zyra really gets to me. I'm a support main. I cannot stand being able to do almost nothing against her plants. Once again, she feels like a pretty like just throw your abilities out there and it does stuff, and it's pretty annoying. And last but not least, Barry said Vladimir because I don't know how he works well enough to play against him. Second place, Irelia. I feel like there's a couple characters like that for me, Nick. Like Akali still, I don't know where her damage is still. She's been out for like 2 months now, and I just don't know when she does damage and when she doesn't.
Yeah, because it's kind of just like upfront, but also always like there, you know.
It's just like sometimes, which
like sometimes, but when it's there, it's all the time.
Yeah.
Well, because it's like her passive and Q, and they're both really short cooldowns.
Yeah.
When she's like in mid to late game.
It's weird. So I wanted to ask this week, what is currently the worst ability in League of Legends?
Ivan's ability where he puts down a bush.
Yeah.
That's my current contender. I might be.
That'll be tough to beat.
Worse.
That'll be tough to beat. I'll be honest.
So I'm gonna need you to pick a number for me, Nick. 1 through 4.
1 through 4. Let's go with 3.
Okay, we're gonna go with Volibear's E.
I want to talk about one.
Oh, that's Volibear's Q, actually.
Okay. W. I mean, two.
That's Volibear's W, by the way.
So, is 4 Volibear's ult?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. I solved the pattern.
It's like that fucking. I don't know. Have you ever seen that thing where it's like I'm gonna fucking butcher this, but it's like me stuffing my face full of like 2 cheesecakes or something like that. Genie asks me, "What's your third wish?" Take a fucking guess.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's
It's something like that, right? It's fucking.
You explained it well enough.
Yeah.
Fucking dude, Volibear's fucking dog shit.
See, the funny thing though is like, I think his W and Q could be okay on if there was like any in an ult and a passive, right?
Yeah.
Like running in there and flipping someone behind you, like it's basically singed E, but you get movement speed on your way in. So that's pretty okay on its own. And I think for a top laner, the W is actually pretty good. The issue is he's a jungler, and his other abilities are dog shit, and his passive is no good.
So okay, I feel like his E is his best ability.
Shut the fuck up, because knocks up or whatever. Go fuck yourself.
It's like a pretty fat slow, like, to be honest, right? It gives him wave clear if he needs it. It is a knock up, right? But then you just got I'm gonna go with, unpopular opinion, Volibear's ultimate worst ability in the game.
Okay, his ult,
It's so bad.
Even like little things like CCing yourself.
Yeah, it has why does it have a cast timer?
It shouldn't. Zero reason to.
It shouldn't. It would still be bad, but it wouldn't be the worst.
It would be the worst still.
They should just replace it with Rumble's ult. Just make it the same thing.
What does that even mean?
I like the idea.
Sorry, I meant Kennen. I meant Kennen ult. Not Rumble.
Just Rumble.
Cool, I like the idea though that Ryan just goes, okay, character's fucked. Let's just give him another character's ultimate. Just like take Rumble's.
Oh, okay. What
Perfect.
if they just so what if they kill off Volibear, right? Like they did for Gangplank?
Yeah.
And then they just bring him back, but he has like body parts stitched together like a Frankenstein's monster of other champions, and they just make him into a real champion with actually good abilities, just ripped from other champs.
What if they just make Kennen like the exact same character, but he's a bear?
What if they just fuse them together?
No. Like Kennen's still a
Perfect.
character, and they both have the exact same abilities that do the exact same damage. But Volibear is a bear, and Kennen's a mouse.
Does Volibear have a bigger hitbox?
Yes.
I love it. I love the idea where it's just like they ban out Kennen, so you have to pick Volibear instead.
Just a bigger Kennen.
Oh my god!
But with different base stats. He's still got tankier base stats.
Nah.
No, exactly the same stats.
Exactly the same character.
Just bigger.
He's just a
bigger.
bear, dude.
What
He's
does his
bigger than
auto
a
attack
bear.
look like if he's ranged though?
Oh yeah, the range versus melee.
He fucking
Oh, he
throws
just throws
his
a little
claws.
shuriken?
No, he's melee in this one.
Oh, okay. There's melee Kennen in range.
I think that would be a worse. Would that be worse than current Volibear?
No, it'd be better than pure Volibear.
I don't know, dude.
How many times do you auto attack when you're ulting in with your E and W?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you don't auto attack really.
It'd still be a better character than current Volibear, though.
Yeah.
What do you think's the worst ability?
For Volibear?
Yeah.
Is ultimate.
You think that's actually the worst in the game?
Absolutely. So what does it do, right? It adds a little bit of magic damage in an AoE for some reason. And that's it.
He screams, which is pretty cool.
He also screams for his E.
You know, Volibear's passive is good.
It's not great.
It's better than, like, Wukong passive and stuff.
Yeah. but I still think his
Better than
ultimate.
some, but it's still pretty
So
bad.
I think we have to like. Okay, if these were like basic abilities, right? It's easy to say like Wukong passive is probably among the worst, but this is his ultimate ability. This should be like, holy shit, Volibear ulted, dude. Like, we gotta add some extra weight to ultimate abilities.
She just hella magic damage. She does 75 on hit, Nick. Level 1.
But that means you have to get auto attacks off, and that's not fucking happening. What if it kind of worked like Rammus ulti, where it like shocked people around him and slowed?
Okay. Like kind of like a cannon ult.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a cannon
What
ult,
if
I
what
guess.
if every time they got hit by the lightning, they got a stack, and then when they hit 3 stacks, they got stunned?
But it can only apply up to only like 3 targets.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, and they move his Q to his E, right? But they
Okay.
remove the flip,
Yeah, they remove the
and
flip.
instead he gains armor and magic resistance.
And the
but he
effect
can't
can be like
auto-attack.
he's like a little ball of light or something.
Yeah, like a big ball of lightning, you know?
Yeah.
He just like does like somersaults and turns into lightning.
His W, I guess that could kind of stay the same, right? You take away the attack speed, you take away the execute, you take away the... No, you keep the stacks, but you add an extra one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when you chomp him, it hits him again with more lightning.
Fuck Volibear.
Fuck Volibear, dude.
I had a Volibear against me in a ranked game, and he popped off like yesterday.
Jesus.
How do you lose to a Volibear?
Dude, that guy had like an 85% win rate over 20 games on Volibear.
He's a Volibear one trick?
I don't know how, man. I don't know how. No, he wasn't a one trick at all though, because like he had like 1,000 games, and only like 20 games on Volibear. But he was like, "This is the game for Volibear," and he just dumpstered our top and mid.
I'm trying to come up with other abilities, but every other champion's ability actually has like, oh, this isn't the worst. This isn't Volibear.
Mordekaiser W, worst ability in the game.
His
Not
W's
because
really
it's not
good.
because nobody knows how it works.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll give you that one.
It's
But
poor
I think
design.
that's a buff. I think that's a buff to the ability.
It's a
If you
good
don't know how
ability,
it
but it's
works, that
poorly
makes it
designed.
good.
Dude, you trying to ping your
guess.
teammates to get them to heal themselves off something? They don't understand. I think Ivern's Make-A-Bush is next best, though. I think Golden's on the right track with that.
Turn 2, make a bush. But yeah. Actually, okay. So what about ViW?
It's not bad.
Not bad. I think if it was like on any standard top laner in the game, it'd be so good.
Yeah, but it's on Vi, so.
Player top.
Yeah.
And then what about Udyr Phoenix form? Because it's pretty like unplayable now.
Phoenix is fine, dude.
Now,
Phoenix
but it
is
has
not
been
fine.
Really good. It's been really good at other points in history, so I don't know. It's pretty shit right now, though.
Okay. Is the question now become what ability is worse than Volibear is Kit?
What ability is worse than Volibear?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
That's going to be our title, Worse Than Volibear. With a question mark.
Good. Hey, if you want to let us know what ability is worse than Volibear,
Hit us up on our Facebook at LeagueCast. Send us an email, mail@leaguecastpodcast.com. Come into our Discord and post into our roundtable section.
lit. Cheese pick.
Yeah, there's probably going to be some background noise, but you can deal with it. So this week's cheese pick is Tank Nidalee Top. So this is inspired by a guy I probably saw like 5 or 6 times in my games who is a Tank Nidalee Top one trick. That's what he plays every game. So he goes Grasp, Bone Plating, Second Wind, Revitalize, and then Time Warp with Magic Footwear. He goes Corrupting Potion to start, and then he goes into like Iceborne or Abyssal Mask, depending on if he's against an AP or an AD. And then like Tabby or Merc Treads, again depending on kind of what you need. Spirit Visage, Warmogs, kind of just really all tank items. And he just like splits all game, and anytime someone tries to gank him, like he just gets away because he's maxing E and he's got heals and jumps. Like you just can't kill it. And he just like push. You still do pretty okay base damage in Italy, so I don't know. It works for him. He's like D3, so it was interesting. I played against it once as Scion, and I like one lane, but like I could never really kill him or like push him out of lane. I just shoved waves into tower and then slowly chipped away at it.
That sounds annoying.
Yeah, it was.
I don't think it sounds good. It just sounds annoying.
Yeah, but hey, if you put like 1,000 games into it, you can get D3.
Cheese or shit, Aiden?
That's cheesy. That's cheesy. I don't think it's like... Okay, you're probably trolling your team a little bit with it. But it's not like... I'm not gonna make you throw up or anything.
It's not like you picked Volibear.
It's not like you picked Volibear.
Do you think any of my cheese picks have been worse than just actually picking Volibear?
No.
No, I actually don't think so.
Have you done a Volibear cheese pick?
I would probably say actually pick Volibear, and you guys would flame me for it.
Well, I had the one cheese pick that was worse
shit.
than picking Volibear, whereas, what was it? Stealthy Evelyn or something? Where you play Evelyn, and you don't AFK Colton, but you don't farm any camps, and you try to pretend that you're AFK by, like, walking around the jungle. This was before she was reworked, by the way. So you're, like, stealthy, and then you just try to get not seen all game.
You're just like a moving ward
sneaky.
that can't get seen.
Yeah.
Interesting. Cool. Thanks, Colton. Let's talk about LCS news because we only have one thing, but it's. I think this is a pretty big.
That is this week,
What?
right? Or did you guys?
I think it was like early this week.
Okay.
Hey, Song left TSM as the coach, which is kind of weird because it felt like Parth was the coach.
That's because he doesn't speak. Parth speaks English.
Yeah, that's true. Hey,
That's
yeah.
the problem.
But I also feel like Song is probably like he's probably learned enough English at this point, you know?
Well, he like stopped doing pick ban because he couldn't speak English well enough. I don't think was the main problem.
I'm kind of surprised they don't like allow translators, I guess. Weird. Yeah, Song left TSM. I'm kind of hoping he goes to CLG, and they just do a switcheroo because I think Zix is going to TSM.
Did you see the
Actually,
post or no?
I did. Okay.
Can I
Yeah,
quote you the
did.
Zix Aftermood leaked DMs?
Please.
And I
do.
quote from Zix Law, aka the former coach of CLG. Jesus, bro. I'll still probably say no. Working for TSM has to be cancer. It has to be Raffle. But I need to talk with other team owners ASAP so I'm not fucked on offers.
Yeah, so people are speculating that means like TSM doesn't pay very well.
Well, Aframo said, I was on TSM before I was a player. They really care, but you just get paid shit. But Aframo is also a player in Season 3 on their B team.
But I do think, like, as a free agent, he probably received some, like, they probably talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think, like, I don't know. I don't think that's the. I feel like his opinion is still valid, you know.
Yeah.
But yikes.
That's a yikes, dude.
So maybe he's not. Maybe he's not going.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Also, I can't. Okay, so I was signed out of the dock, but I also can't seem to sign back in now.
That's fine.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's all right.
cool.
Should we just go into mail fight without you then?
Let me. Okay, I think I can get it now. Yeah, you can read the first one.
Okay. First email is from Victor. It says, "Hey guys, and thank you for your podcast. Great listen. I would like to throw some criticism your way, though. I'm not sure your discussion and discarding some of the players of being in Jat/Deficio/Papa Smithy's top 20 list was really accurate if you look at the criteria each caster was using to make the combined list. Expected performance at Worlds, MSI and current performance, consistency during season, and how big of a role said player have impacted a team's success getting to Worlds. Yes, I'm a Fnatic fanboy and love Caps, and no one is saying he's straight up better than any of the mid laners on the list, which need to factor in the criteria they were using, and not simply who is better as a player, mechanically or otherwise. Felt like your analysis only took into account general skill level. Regards, Victor. So I agree that your commentary on what we were saying, I agree with that, yeah. So I guess based on that, but I don't think that that's what they should base the criteria on for the top 20 players at Worlds, because a top 20 list should realistically be the top 20 best players. Like, skill level should be the defining factor. And the fact that they didn't use it, I guess that was, when it comes down to it, our real criticism of the list, is that player skill wasn't the most important thing.
Well, okay, so I think Caps is like pretty skilled, and maybe he is number 9 if they use their metrics. But then I think the metrics they're using are shit. Like,
yeah, right. That's the problem. Then is the metrics.
It's sort of like, Fnatic. Maybe he did perform, like consistently well. He like carried Fnatic across the season. But at the end of the day, their competition was G2 and who? Like, they're playing against EU teams. EU, I think, has historically had pretty all right, like, upper level teams, but among the very worst, like, bottom level teams.
I think the biggest problem was putting him above UCal. Yeah,
like putting him above players. Like, there are just so many more deserving players than
UCal, Xiaohu. I don't think Kuro's been playing that well, honestly, but yeah, like those two, like alone though, is a problem. It's like currently the whole like circle jerk on Broxa. You know what I mean? Like, I sent you that I don't think I sent it to you. I think I posted in our Discord. It was a Reddit comment that had like a couple hundred points on it, like upvoted, right? It was saying, honestly, I think Broxa's the best. I think he's the best jungler at Worlds.
That's
he said, I think it's kind of a toss up between him and Score, but like I think he might be the best jungler. And I'm like, you're shitting me. Like, I think Brox is the best Western jungler we've ever seen. His Lee Sin is as good as like Korean players. But saying he's better than Score, saying he's better than like who's another like Karsa, yeah, what the fuck? Like
MLXG, my boy?
I'd even say MLXG, yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. That's crazy to me. That's a little bit wild. You know what? If he continues to show up, maybe you can argue like he's at that level or above. But I definitely would put him third right now, currently. He's been playing wild, but like, come on.
Did you see his? Okay, I'm gonna get shit for this for sure. His quote outplay.
Yeah.
What?
It was a really good play, but it's not like a mechanically skilled play.
Was it a really good play though? It looks
like
he didn't
it's really fast.
Anything. It felt like he was just stronger than both of them.
I mean, he like did like there's little things that he did. Like, he walked the only direction he could have to not get auto by Leona there, but it's not like it was just fast like thinking. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a mechanical outplay. It was just
That's fair.
Like, he did everything he needed to do properly, like to avoid any more damage and to get the kill and get out. But it's not like it was like insanity, right?
Mm-hmm.
That shouldn't have been number 1 post. Let's put it that way. It was number 2, I think, actually, at one point.
Well, I think it's just become like, hey, this is a Western team doing well. To the top you go.
Yeah.
But hey, I hope the West does well. Honestly.
Yeah, I hope Fnatic wins it, but I don't think they will.
Well, I hope they don't win. I hope they lose to RNG in the finals. That'd be fine.
Yeah.
But that's because I want my boy MLXG to come in Game 5, fucking rips out the Nidalee and just puts it in him, dude.
Yeah.
I still have nightmares about his Nidalee in that MSI like game.
You like MLXG. I don't think he's that good.
I love him because he's gonna hard win you the game or hard lose you the game, and you don't know which.
It's gonna happen real fast.
Yeah, you're gonna know by about 3.5 minutes. Did we get the god MLXG or did we get MLXD? Who knows?
Yeah.
Thanks, Victor. Hopefully we didn't ruin your Fnatic. Hopefully you don't hate us because I don't like Fnatic. I like Fnatic, but I don't think they're gonna do well.
Yeah.
Next email's from, how do you pronounce this? Lychee? Lychee?
It's like the lychee nut.
Lychee.
Lychee.
About Nami's passive. Hey, Leecast, good job with the podcast. I constantly look forward to hearing your guys' opinion and thoughts on the meta news. A while back, you guys discussed useless/weak champion passives. I wanted to ask if any of you guys think Nami's passive is incredibly weak. During laning phase, I can see it's used to dodge skill shots and stuff, but besides that, I just don't think it's very useful. IDK, maybe it's because I haven't played bot in a while, but what do you guys think? I think this is a classic example of an ability that's actually super good, but it doesn't have a huge visual impact, so people don't think it's good.
All gives fucking.
Yeah, I think it's real strong.
All gives 120 fucking movement speed, dude.
Yeah, and it's like 60 on every ability. 2 of them are targeted. One of them's an AoE skill shot.
You're right.
Like, and they
strong.
synergize well, right? Like, you put your E on somebody, not only can they get in, but then they slow the person they're hitting, and it's just like, right, it stacks really well. You know, same thing, like, you hit him with the heal, it hits the opponent. Not only have you, done a nice little trade, but you're, the person you just healed now has extra movement speed to go in there and do even more. Like, I don't know, I think it's really good. But it seems weak, right? Like it doesn't have, you're right, like a very immediate effect where you're like, oh, that's strong.
Yeah, it doesn't have that visual indicator of like an Orianna ulti, And I think I think that's why Janna is like as popular and successful as she's been like in the past. She's been OP, sure, but I think she has a lot of like hidden strength where it doesn't really seem like she's doing anything. But she actually, like, I don't know, slowed exactly when she needed to. And that doesn't look like anything. But it won them the team fight or something like that, Or she positioned really well, so her Rammus had just enough move speed to be able to flash into melee range to get the taunt off.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Thanks.
Lychee.
Lychee. Okay.
Can I butt in
Thanks,
here?
Lychee.
Can you guys read this thread? I meant to mention this earlier. This is my favorite thread of like this month.
Sure. Oh, I saw this one.
This is my favorite of all time.
You want to read it?
Yeah. So it's by Papaya Dreaming, the best redditor on r/lol. Actually, I think some of his posts are kind of lame, but this one's really good. It's titled, "Because of Imports, NA teams are unable to communicate because of a difference in metric systems." Here is an example stripped of match significance or context to preserve the no spoilers rule. An American tries to say he is 50 feet away from Dragon. The European bottom laner is unable to determine how far this is because he imagines the distance in meters. He waits too long and his jungler dies at Dragon. An American support player wants to steal blue buff when it comes up at 750. The Korean import jungler, however, is on the lunar rather than the Gregorian calendar and arrives several months late. A European top laner says his matchup is really heating up. An American jungler asks how hot it is, and the European laner says it's about 30 degrees Celsius. The American is unable to recognize the difference between Celsius and Fahrenheit and believes his top laner isn't in that much heat. The top laner gets ganked and perishes. An American player and an Asian player have to band together to prevent the Chinese a Chinese plan to take their nexus, but first need to overcome the drastic divide between the differences in their cultures. The sun may rise in the east, but it sets in the west. A European player misses an easy Mecha Scion ultimate on the NA server because the steering wheel is on the wrong side. An American coach begs over and over for a European player to stop displaying toxic behavior, but the European does not recognize the word behavior because it doesn't have the letter U in it. I just think that's one of the best posts I've seen in a while.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's really good.
Some good content.
That reminds me of the emails we used to get from Undertoned.
Yeah, where they're just fucking random.
Yeah. Nice one. Colton, you want to read this one?
Yeah, so looks like this is the
I
last
think I
email.
posted it twice. Yeah, sorry. We have a
Okay.
quiz. Don't worry.
Ooh, wow, yeah. Hey guys, Covette here, long time listener, first time emailing. And I remember a while ago, Colton or somebody was talking about how fucked their MMR was, and how when they lost, it seemed like they lost more LP than they gained for win. I'm a Silver 4 shitter whose duo partner is Gold 5, and I've noticed I'm gaining like 17 for a win, but losing like 20 for every loss. Is that just how it is sometimes, or am I doing something wrong? Another question I have is I recently started playing Shen Top and currently have a 71 win percent over 31 games. Me and my duo partner are looking for good junglers and mids that are really good with him. The ones we've had a lot of success with are Kane and Graves in the jungle and Swain and Ari in mid. Thanks, guys. The podcast is a good-ass time and one of the highlights of my week, I imagine. It cuts off.
Did I not copy it all?
Unless the sentence ends in one of the highlights of.
It does, in fact.
Oh, well, he probably meant to say my week. So, I mean, 17 and 20 isn't terrible in terms of MMR. Like, 17 for win, 20 for loss is not great, but there are people that get, like, 15 for a win and, like, 22 for a loss. Like, I've seen worse disparities. In terms of what you're doing, I mean, you can't really do anything to, like, hard adjust your MMR besides winning a bunch. As for good junglers and mids with Shen, do you guys have any ideas for that?
If you guys are good, Shen TF is really hard to play against. Because then you just get 5 dudes in the bot lane, like, so early.
Mm-hmm. Same with, like, Shen Nocturne, I was gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
Just being able to, like, double up on that dive and kind of be anywhere is really nice, but I mean, stick to the ones I think you're having success with, because I think that's more important, right? Is that if you can play Shen well, and your jungler can trust you with it, or your mid laner, right, your duo partner, it doesn't really matter who they're playing, because you guys are going to have a man advantage, and you're going to win because of it.
And those are good characters to pick, like, anyway. They just go in, they do a lot of damage, like, they could use the backup. It's good. We do have another email. I figured out why I double posted. It's because I failed to copy paste. This one's from Sam. He said, "What's up, boyos? So normally on Taric, I'm running Guardian, Font of Life, Conditioning, and Revitalize with Presence of Mind and Alacrity. I'm thinking these are the right runes, but I've been looking into a more damage-based build. I'm thinking Press the Attack, Presence of Mind, Alacrity, and Coup de Grace, and then secondary going for either Font of Life and Revitalize so that I'm still useful if I fall behind, or going all in, and going for Cheap Shot and Zombie Ward. What do you guys think about turning Taric from a tanky healer into a sustainable damage support? I think it might actually make more sense in the current meta because Engage is real strong, so you need to be able to dumpster the support as soon as they come at you, and Press the Attack plus Ignite would at least let you trade kills. Love, Lil Barnabas." I think that sounds really good, but I fear that you won't be able to proc Press the Attack very much. I don't think Taric has the best sticking power. So
it's really easy to get off 2 auto attacks on Taric.
It's just that third one is like the problem.
And even if you do get the third one, you don't have any damage after that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the issue with Press the Attack Taric is like maybe you get 3, but you probably really don't ever get 4 to really utilize it.
So,
well,
I theorized Press the Attack on Leona and Taric when the runes came out. Because if you have an AD carry who doesn't want to take it, say like Ezreal, I think it's not the worst thing in the world. Honestly.
I think it's different for Leona because she has that auto reset to get the third off like pretty easily.
It's still like still think he's an easier support to get it off though. Like comparatively.
Yeah.
I think those are the only 2 supports in the game that I'd ever consider running it on. Let's put it that way. Like.
I mean, give it a try. I think it's hard not to pick the runes that you're running. I know because he and I have talked about this a bunch because we've both played Taric, but I think if you proc Press the Attack, I think that's the way to go for sure. But if you're not able to proc it, then it's worse, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, you never do it if your AD carry is also taking press the attack, but...
Mm-hmm. I think it depends on the matchup, too. Like, you're not going to pick it into, like, Brand.
Yeah, and it's also better, like, the more tanky characters they have, because obviously press the attack is, like, percentage-based, right?
Yeah.
Actually, is it better? It's just your teammates' attacks do 12% more, right? It's not like... I don't know. Am I confusing it?
No, but it's... like, when you're increasing damage by 1%, it's better against, like, tanks versus
Is it?
squishy champs, I think, where you're going to do 12% more, but that 12% probably doesn't mean much.
Okay, I see what you're saying, but...
Yeah, well, like, I guess the way I would consider it is, like, your AD carry does 12% more to their AD carry. Congratulations, you had 500 more damage than you needed, versus, like, they do 12% more to the tank. Now you have enough damage to actually kill the tank.
I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, I just feel like, yeah, it's better into those tanky situations. But once again, like, only if your AD carry doesn't take it, and only if you really, really need it. Like...
Yeah. Give it a shot.
It's fun to experiment, yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear your feedback. All right, we ready for a quiz? This one is from Blake, the Quizmaster.
I see why you left it out originally.
No, I just didn't want to copy paste it because it's just like vertically long. Oh, you're looking at it now?
I'm not looking at it.
Don't look at the answers. Oh.
I don't have the email. You didn't post it.
That's okay. You're right. Hey, Blake, another can't be bothered typing things for this intro for long, this intro short. He's in English and basically on task due to typing in English. First, second, third place for each question he puts up. 1 point for third, 2 for second, 3 for first. Counting the points, I'll be reading the questions. You guys will answer. After someone has answered, the other person gets to try and get one of the remaining answers until there's none left. One answer per turn. The person who goes first on the turn is the person who yells their buzzer out first. We'll just do whoever talks first, I think, for the very first question, and then alternate after that. Sorry, Blake. Cool. Question 1, 1 point. I guess you finish, or you describe the champion. You name the champion being described in the poem. Ready? Roses are red, violets are blue. You'll be in bed once you get snoozed.
Zyra.
Zoe. Because she has a sleep.
But Zyra has plants, so... I disagree with that answer. Okay, continue.
Well, I wonder what Aiden's answer is going to be for this one. You'll be the first to answer, Aiden. Roses are red, violet are violet.
Zyra.
Once you're near grass, you will go silent. That's a stretch of a rhyme. It's like diagonal rhyme. It's not even like sideways.
So it's not Zyra again?
It's not Zyra.
No, but I know who it is.
Is it Ivern?
No, it's Garen.
It's not Ivern. It's not Garen.
Garen was my other meme answer.
Garen's the meme answer, but I guess there's a real answer.
Sorry, can you say it again?
Roses are red, violet are violet. Once you go near grass, you will go silent. I'm trying to make those two words rhyme.
So is it supposed to be Rengar?
It's Rengar, yeah.
Yeah, that's dumb.
See, I thought it was Garen just because like he comes out of the bush, right? That's the
Bushwhack
meme. But he actually has a silence. He has a silence. Can we both agree that Garen is the right answer?
I thought Zyra is the right answer again, but
I'll tell you, none of these answers are Zyra.
Okay, come on.
Roses are red, coal is black. You're on a thread when he thinks you're a snack.
Ornn?
Not Ornn.
The yikes.
This one's worth 3 points. So it's gonna be a little harder.
What about Yorick?
No, because he eats
shovels
things.
coal into a train.
Okay, the first part of the rhyme isn't the thing that's important.
I know.
See, I don't like that. So you're okay. So can you say the last two lines again?
You're on a thread when he thinks you're a snack.
You're on a thread.
Snack is the key word.
When you think is it
So
Cho'Gath?
It's Cho'Gath.
What's the thread
What
part?
does Cho'Gath have to do with threads?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
So it could have been
Like, what
Cho'Gath. It
happened
could have
with
been
this?
Tom Kench. It could have been Fizz.
Okay, so if it was
Volibear bites
Elise and
people?
it was you're on a thread and she thinks you're a snack, then it would have been great for Elise.
Yeah, that
Ooh,
makes
that'd have been good.
It's just
But I'm gonna say we
positive
took a
criticism.
step back after this one.
Positive criticism. We're trying to
All
help
right,
you improve.
Aiden. Okay. Make your own quiz. Hey, we tried to give you good feedback on the last one.
That was the least one would have been great.
Question 4. I think Aiden answers first. What were the last 3 1820 RP skins?
Fuck.
You can answer one at a time.
I don't buy skins. Colton, do you want to go first?
You just take.
Yeah,
a
Oh,
guess.
I know one of them. Because one does
Gun
it count the
Goddess
one?
Misfortune.
Does it,
Not-
no, that was like a
that was me more.
one. Does he have the one that came out like a couple days ago on there? Dragon Tamer Heimerdinger?
Yes.
Trainer? Yeah.
He does. But that's worth the least amount of points.
Oh, they're scale. I see.
Yeah, I guess because it came out recently, so you'd know about it more.
Yeah, was the
Think about the skin lines that came out.
yeah. I'm trying to think. Was it the Dawnbringer Aurelia or whatever it was?
Are the next two like a pair of skins?
Not a pair.
So wait, are you sure?
It's an 1820. So
Yeah, but I think they're a pair,
generally-
aren't they?
No,
Aren't the next two the God
No.
King Garen skins and Darius?
no, because 2 came out after that.
No, there's no way.
Yeah.
You're fucking
Yeah,
high.
I was
they're
thinking
the-
God King Darius and Garen, but no, skins came out since
You're
then.
high.
So it's from 2 skin lines, and I think the rest of the skins are 1350, but these 2 are 1820. So think
I still
about
think it's Darius.
It's not.
You don't know that though.
I do.
You literally don't.
Okay, think about the skin. Do you want me to give you some skin lines that have come out recently?
Was one of the High Noon ones 1820?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
So that was
Is it the Lucian,
Lucian
one?
or
Yeah,
Thresh?
it's Lucian because Thresh isn't.
Lucian.
It's Lucian. Aiden
Fuck.
said Lucian first.
But
You
was
said Lucian or Thresh.
I was thinking.
You're dumb as shit, dude.
Hey, Aiden committed to an answer.
Is the other one the Aurelian Soul skin?
No.
I'm just gonna
that
look
one's
the other one
1350.
up.
The
Odyssey King.
Yeah. Fuck.
Did you look it up?
It doesn't matter. I said it first.
I had it. I was gonna have it, Nick.
I think that point goes to Aiden.
And in my
I
defense,
disagree.
Nick, both the skins I own, but I didn't pay
But you
for.
crafted?
I didn't pay for, so I didn't know.
Okay. Wait. What are the 3? I guess these are. What are the 3 NA80 carries that went to Worlds and their teams? Colton will go first. The least
Sneaky
popular to the
Cloud9.
most popular.
Oh, least popular?
Least
Then
popular will get you the most points.
Ricaro, 100 Thieves.
I think that's the right answer, even though he has Cody-san listed. Aiden?
So then the second answer is gonna be sneaky, right? Obviously.
Yeah, and the team?
Oh, Cloud9.
Yeah.
Double FTL.
Yep. With Ezreal's newest rework, what were the last 3 skins released for him?
Ooh, who's going? I go first, right? Because Colton just answered that.
Yes.
It's gonna be.
Remember,
arcade.
you can answer one at a time. Yes, arcade. Okay.
I believe Debonair is real.
No.
It's the one that looks like arcade. Star Guardian.
Star Guardian?
Ooh, Star Guardian, you're right.
I don't know.
Oh,
the other one.
man.
Oh, is this gonna... You don't know the other one, Aiden?
I don't think so.
I
I'm
thought you were gonna
just
sweep
gonna
him on
guess
this
skins
one.
after Colton guesses though.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one, I think... This one came out this year.
Oh, okay, I do know it. Okay,
Yeah, I don't know.
it's for a jungler, by the way, who picked the skin, Colton.
Okay.
That's a big
just
hint.
take-
Why would a jungler pick a skin?
Oh,
because
is
they
it-
won a contest
yeah.
to make a skin.
I don't know what skin.
Samsung Samsung Ezreal.
There's a
Samsung
Samsung Israel skin.
Yeah, fucking not Ambition. Who's their sub jungler?
Oh, it wasn't
Haru?
Ambition. Who?
Is it Haru?
I think.
Is it Haru?
I think.
Am I crazy?
Probably not. It's probably not Haru.
I think it's Haru. Isn't it Haru?
No, there's a Samsung Israel skin.
Yeah, because he played Ezreal jungle is like popular at the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I remember that. I just had no idea there was a Samsung Israel skin.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah, there's
Zaire,
a
Khan,
t-
all that shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was Haru.
Jarvan,
It's Haru.
Ezreal. Who was their top laner?
Gnar.
Was it Nar?
Yep, I'm
Oh,
looking
the
at the
skin,
splash
yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
Lit. We have 3 more questions. This one's kind of subjective because he has least known to most known for points wise, but I don't know if this is like a known. Maybe okay. Maybe
go for it.
okay.
So
What,
Aiden can get his
what
points.
items do stopwatch build into?
GA.
Gargoyle Stone Plate.
Zonias.
Yeah, those are the 3. But how do you classify them into least known versus most known?
Most known is Zonia, second most known is GA, third most known is Gargoyles.
That's fair. Yeah, I completely agree with that.
Okay, that's how he has them listed. I probably would switch the other 2.
I think so.
Switch,
I don't think most people know that Stoneplate builds out of.
I guess I build it a bunch, so that's. I guess
I feel like that's
why
an item that the majority of the player base doesn't build.
Okay.
And like Zonia's is obviously number 1.
Yeah.
Ooh, this one's interesting. What are 3 ways you are not able to purchase boots?
So I'll start.
And one of them is not. You have a full inventory.
Oh, okay. Can I go first?
Sure.
You already have a pair of boots.
Yes, that's the 3-pointer for this one.
Okay.
That's bullshit. That's fucking. That should not be a.
You
3-pointer.
took
Sure.
Magic Footwear.
That's the 2-pointer.
You're playing Cassiopeia.
Yeah.
That was a good question. That was a good question.
Yeah, I like that one.
That was a good
It
question.
requires a little.
I'm upset that Aiden got 4 points when I knew all 3 immediately, but so did
And
we.
also-
you knew they
fuck-
already own.
Owning boots already is a bullshit one. That and Cassiopeia should be switched. Either way, I got both of them. But like,
Yeah.
Well, I think the thing is like everyone knows Cassiopeia can't buy boots,
do you
but
think that?
you got to think a little bit harder with, like you already have a pair of boots.
I don't know. I feel like that's just like the try to get him. answer.
You can't fool us.
they
We're the
didn't
host
get
of
you.
League
They didn't
Cast. We're
get
too
you, though.
smart.
They
You
didn't
can't
get
fool me,
you.
Aiden.
No, they would never get me. Is there one more question?
Yeah, there's one more. I like this one too. What are the 3 ways to get extra healing from a potion? So for a potion to restore more than the normal amount of health.
So I'm gonna, I guess, start with
Yeah.
you took Time Warp Tonic.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. You took the. I don't think it actually mean. I don't think it worked. I'm gonna go with it either.
I
way.
don't think that one does either.
Yeah, because it's the ruin that gives you extra,
Revitalize.
Heals
that's
you
your own
cast
healing,
or-
right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I would have went with though.
So Dark Seal is my next answer.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have got that. Oh, there's another item. There's one more. There's another item, isn't there? There's another item in the game.
This is the 5-pointer. I don't know why it's worth 5.
It's another item though.
Oh, it's got a bonus point.
Fuck. I can't. I'm gonna pass. I don't know what it is.
You're gonna kick yourself, Aiden.
It's an item. I know it's.
Spirit Visage, right?
It's Sphere of Visage.
I knew it was an item.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering also though if the items that build out of
Oh, I
Forbidden
see, like-
Idol, if you have Forbidden Idol, do you get bonus healing? I wonder.
I don't think so.
Items.
Because it's plus 5% heal and shield power, so I don't imagine it would work on potions or revitalize.
I feel like
but
heal
think
and
it'd be
shield
funny.
power. I feel like heal and shield power means the heals and shield that you use on other people.
I agree. That's why I don't think it probably works for revitalize or
Oh.
for Forbidden Idol items. But
Blake is saying that he looked and it doesn't work.
okay.
Ah.
Yeah, I fucking swept you, Aiden.
No, that's good.
I am the superior League of Legends knowledge.
You're the superior League of Legends knowledge.
Yeah, so I know all the items and shit. Aiden just knows skins and unimportant things.
Okay, shut.
Like
Dude,
how-
I fucking got the boots one.
Yeah,
I also had 2 guesses, and you only had 1 guess.
Yeah, I knew them all immediately. I just couldn't guess them all.
All right, well,
Suck my boots.
that's the end of the show. Okay, so last week we had a pretty good quiz, Aiden. It was like, I think we said 7 out of 10, right?
Yeah.
I think so. 7 out of 10.
I think it was a 7 out of 10. It was like pretty solid, you know. What would we rating this one? This is a step back, I think.
Overall, a 5 out of 10. I think the boots question was like an 8 or a 9. The boots question was like an 8.
I think those
the boots
final
and the
set of
healing.
questions were like an 8 out of 10. I think the poems were subpar.
Those were like 3s. I'm sorry. You could have made them into like 6s though, or 7s.
Yeah.
But I think I'll defend Blake on this one. I think I don't know if like American English is his first, like is his native.
Hey, you're stupid.
So I don't want to shit on him too much for trying to. Yeah, they're saying they do English, which is slightly different, I suppose.
Put a shrimp on the barbie.
Yeah. They do prison English because it's just a continent full of convicts.
Sorry. I made it.
Yeah, Blake, hit us with more like the last, you know, kind of like we gotta think about it. It's not like too subjective, stuff like that. But hey, that'll do it for episode 349. Thank you guys for listening. If you like us, you can check out our. Wait a sec, I closed the page. I thought I could do this without the. Let's do it. Let's see if I remember. Fuck. If you like us, you can check out our Facebook, Leaguecast. Follow us on Twitter at Leaguecast and at LeaguecastFrost. Come talk to us on TeamSpeak and Discord. Our TeamSpeak server is ts.leaguecastpodcast.com. Our Discord server is on our website. You can ask one of us for it. Support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Leaguecast. What else am I feel like I'm missing one more. Oh,
Twitch.
Follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/BlueBasket and /KingLardout. Man, I do this every week and I can't remember.
Did you do emails, Twitter, and Facebook?
Just, okay, send us emails, mail at leaguecastpodcast.com. I think that's it.
I'm sorry, guys. He's new to this.
Yeah, sorry, it's first week.
New host.
Third day. Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll see you for 350.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.